I have both of them on my show. So I'm going to stand behind and ask some questions and let the Bob and Joe show take full effect. Dr. Joanne and Dr. Robert. Okay.
The vision of the world of healing is to discover, celebrate, and reveal different types of healing techniques, systems, and philosophies. By exploring and honoring these different practices and healing beliefs from around the world, listeners will be able to learn more about different cultures and be exposed to ideas that they may not have heard before. Our vision is to expand the listener's mind about what is possible in the world of healing, while at the same time helping people realize that we are more similar than we are different. This is the World of Healing with Dr. Vanda Corbett. Welcome to a special bonus episode, bringing together almost 90 years of chiropractic practice experience. Dr. Joanne and Dr. Robert Corbett have been providing true healthcare in their private practice in Alberta, Canada. Over the years, they have seen thousands of patients, providing families an improved healthcare option. They are together in this bonus episode to talk about the highs and lows of practicing together for over 44 years. Hi, guys.
Hi, Vanda.
So you guys, between the two of you, have about 90 years experience of chiropractic. So if you just want to, yeah, it's a long time. So just talk a little bit about practicing together. After interviewing both of you, I realize how alike your philosophies are. Obviously, you went to the same school at the same time. But just talk a little bit about what it was like to practice together and, go. Any ideas?
Well, I'd say one of the main things was you'd never find two people that practice together more similarly, probably.
Yeah.
Because we sat like this for all the years at Palmer because we had to sit alphabetical.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, those were the days.
So Corbett and Corbett.
Yes, we sat together and so we heard everything about the same and so we got our education that way. What would you say about practicing together?
Well, yes, we practice together the same in many ways as far as our practice management system is right. But as far as our technique, similarly very much so. But Dr. Joanne, your mother, specialized in cranial, SOT, more nutrition, more non-force type adjusting procedures. And of course she attracted a lot more women and children than I did. I would have the opportunity to work with more men, particularly, again, various orthopedic type problems and low back pain. Interesting, we often thought why women do so well in practice.
Why?
And the reason for that is that they show a lot more love than men.
Yeah.
And do you agree with that?
To a point.
I think that men, maybe not so much now, maybe the times have changed, but men have always been of the steward type of guardians, and they don't like to be challenged in a lot of ways. Where the female doctor has more care and more concern for the patient, I think. I'm not saying that in our case, but generally I think that that's the situation. And I also find that the women, especially in our case, Dr. Joanne was always searching and always reading and researching as to how she could better improve the quality of her care. And I really congratulate her on that because she did a marvelous job over these years.
Thank you.
Mom has many degrees, and in a family where the question always was not are you going to university, but where are you going to university and how many degrees are you going to get. I always found Mom still beats all of us, so you combine.
Yes, with 5 degrees, you're doing quite well. I always see she has more degrees than a thermometer. But, yeah, very accomplished, very talented, very well educated.
Well, you both are. So
thank you.
Yeah. So what challenges did you have, obviously, working together and also running a practice together?
Well, we're both born under the star sign in May, and so we're Taurus.
Sorry, I have to interrupt here. I grew up with 2 Tauruses. Yeah, okay.
That's why she's a little thick-skinned. Anyway, whenever we lock horns,
Yeah.
it was an immediate boop, 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 done. Not to be mentioned again.
Yeah.
And that's the only way we survived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say no more.
What were some of your favorite moments in practice that you remember practicing?
Well, we opened a lot of clinics.
At several clinics, yes. The fun part was that when we started practice, it was, like I say, the golden time in chiropractic in the mid-70s. And there wasn't that many chiropractors here in Alberta. I believe there was probably 300 chiropractors at the time, of which chiropractic in Alberta has been here over 100 years. So about half of that 300 would probably have been retired.
Yeah.
So maybe 150 chiropractors in the population at that time, about 1.5 million. So it was fun because a lot of people were. But if you did a good job as a chiropractor, people would search you out.
Yeah.
They would drive miles to come and see you. And we were very fortunate to have a very successful clinic, very successful practice over the last 45 years. Because again, that idea that service is what we do.
Yeah.
Honesty is another one. Integrity, and get results.
Yeah.
That's basically what we've always strived to accomplish.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing that I've always looked up to you as your second generation firecracker is something that I've always looked up to you guys. It's just the way you approach patients and how well you've taken care of them over the years. And people drive for miles to come see you or fly thousands of miles to
And
come
we
see
still
you.
have patients we saw in our first year of practice.
Yeah, I can think of one family who we've seen 5 generations of the family. And I mean, that's such a testament to 5 generations.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. It's a real honor to be able to look after the people. Like you say, 5 generations.
Yeah.
We had to be doing something right. Right?
I think so.
Yeah. Is there anything else you can think of or you want to add as practicing as the force of Dr. Robert and Joanne Corbett?
It's been a lot of fun. This last year we were considering maybe retiring, but after some consultation and a lot of thought and prayer, we decided that, well, we'll go another year. So we're going to try.
Here we
Yay!
are.
Go for one more year in our practice here in High River, Alberta, Canada. We'll find out what happens after that.
Well, I know everybody I've spoken to, they were a little nervous about you guys possibly retiring, and the most common saying is, "What are we gonna do?"
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's someone who will replace us. There's always well-trained chiropractors, but it's going to be it'll be difficult to change our lifestyle, won't it, and retire. But
What are you gonna
there's
do
always
for
some
social
opportunities.
hours?
There's always opportunities. You know, I mean, Dr. Joanne has a wealth of information, and she's always been talking about writing a book and doing this and doing that, and so that might be something you might want to consider. That's a challenge for you, isn't it? On camera, it's a challenge for you.
Did you get that? We got that on camera, Mom.
I didn't hear that.
What? I can play it back for you on loudspeaker.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was visited with you this last time in your home here, and maybe we can get involved in a clinic abroad and maybe help some people who have never experienced the power of chiropractic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
That's one of my favorite things is to give somebody their first adjustment.
Yes, it's a thrill.
Exactly.
An absolute thrill.
Yeah, because you know that you just changed their life.
Yeah. Some people go on zip lines and jump from airplanes for adrenaline fixes, but that first adjustment given to a person is pretty special.
Yeah,
Can be.
it's true.
Yeah. And other than that, it's a wrap.
Well, maybe for you, but I keep We laugh a lot in the office too. That's a fun thing about being a chiropractor is that you don't take yourself too damn seriously. I think a lot of doctors, the egomaniacs, the stethoscope around the neck, trying to hang in themselves. They come in the door, and the white coat syndrome they create is a sham, really. I think you see people even on TV. They're actors, for God's sakes, and they've got a stethoscope around their neck. So I guess if you're a stethoscope person, you're a doctor. Well, that doesn't take that to be a doctor. You have to understand, listen to people, care for people, and you don't have to have a stethoscope hanging around your neck to do a good job.
Amen.
Well, I think that just about said it all. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming on the show. And I just want you to thank everybody and know that how much of an inspiration you are to me.
Well, you're very welcome. And you're just...
And you've been a driving force in our life,
Yeah.
too.
And remember, you're just us.
Carrying on.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
That's a wrap.
That was a wrap.
Thank you for watching. This podcast should be listened to as educational purposes only. This is not intended to diagnose or treat any disease. Please do not apply any of this information without speaking to your own personal doctor first. If you liked what you heard, please leave us a comment or get in touch on Facebook or Instagram at World of Healing Show. And until next time, keep smiling.
Smile. I'm trying to focus on my hair. Okay, smile. You both look grumpy. I got the both of them.
We're wondering what we're in for.
And it's going to be awesome.